All right, guys, welcome to NFP Live. Welcome to NFP Live. Yo, we are just 3 minutes to the event release, guys. Three minutes to the release. Getting wrapped up, man. All right, so let's do some headset adjustment right here. All right, guys. So basically, we have 3 minutes to the 2 minutes to go for the release. Let's just do a quick rundown. So what am I expecting on NFP? Sorry, we could not start a bit early. So basically, as we can see, there's still bearish setup forming. The bearish structure is still intact. Bearish structure is still intact. So basically, let me quickly. We are just some few minutes away from the release. Let's go straight to the index. So just a minute to the release, you can see the index on the 30 minutes is bearish. Ooh, so what am I going to be expecting here? This is on the 1 hour time frame. We have a minute to go. Of course, our focus is going to be on gold. So gold, basically, I'm going to be looking out for a sell stop. So I'm going to be looking out for a drop to this level. So gold, we are looking for a sell on gold. So we are looking for a sell on gold. So when price breaks below this, so looking out for that sell stop. So if you're going to be going for the buys, maybe you have a sell stop above here. So basically that is what it is, but sell is imminent, and there we go. So that is it, guys. That is it, guys. Wrapped up. Wrap. Congratulations, guys. If you had joined us, that was a very quick one. Very quick. Very quick. Very quick. Very quick. This is how it's done here in the live stream. So, guys, you can see what happened in NFP. Smashed that sell before the market went haywire, and apparently it dropped, pushed higher. So basically that is what it is. So it's smashed our target. So I was expecting price to drop to this level, which is 1926, and exactly that is where it did drop. And now it is broken the bullish structure, or sorry, the high of this previous structure. So of course, in this time, we're not going to be joining any other trade. We have secured ourselves 50 nice drop there, 50 nice pip target right there. So of course, I'm going to expect price to shoot high. That's what I'm going to expect. But of course, with this current push, you don't want to jump in, because right now it's just 1 minute into the news. So you just want to relax. Of course, 50 pips secured. US30, I'm not going to rush at all on US30. US30 already secured this sell down to this level right here. So I'm not going to rush at all. So we're gonna still hang on here. Then when another setup pops up, I'm gonna let you guys in as well. So I want to say a big congratulations to those of us that did join for this sale. So congratulations once again. That was a massive one. Boom! Just within a very short period of time. Very short period of time. That was massive. Whoa. These are the kind of trades we like. Yeah. Oh, our legend effects, you're late. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. We have already smashed 50 pips on that sell. So basically, now what I do when it comes to NFP, I look at the technical first before going in for the fundamental, because from my experience, it's basically the market most at time look at what the technicals are doing before they project in that direction. So for you to always be on the safer side is not just to look out for the fundamental first, because that is my opinion anyway, from my back test, from my trading, from my experience. Any other person might have a different opinion, guys. So for me, that is what it is. So I will just focus. If you run back to the beginning of the stream, immediately I just jumped in. I said, okay, we are still having the very structure is still in place. So basically, I was gonna look out for a break of this immediate sell for price to drop all the way to this level, which is 1926. If you joined my stream yesterday, you realize that 1926 had been a very significant level for me. So of course today we hit that level. So that is what it is on that. So let's see. All right, so yeah, so let's take a look at that together. So it's good for the USD because previously we had 128k projection, we expected 179, though it's a bit below expectation, but of course it's way a bit. We have about um 34k difference from the previous release, so it's good for the USD. But of course we know how this thing rolls. So let's go back to the index. You can see the index, it's still not really giving us a significant push yet. All right, so we can't uh just jump into the data and just act based on that, right? Because sometimes the data might be positive, but of course if the chart does not align, then it's gonna be something that will not probably turn out the way as we expected. Yeah, so today we are going to stay, make sure we catch up a trade by 1 p.m., catch up a trade by 1:30, and see how it goes, of course, because I know we already know that. Look at that. Look at what US30 is doing. So US30, of course, I don't really trade US30 when it comes to NFP, because most of the time it's not really gonna give you the expected outcome. So what really works on US30 is CPI. If you want to know the power of US30, just look at what it does on the days of CPI. So of course this month we're gonna be trading CPI live. So just hoping that the day it comes up, I'm gonna be a bit free to get on the live stream so that we can all enjoy just as today. Right. So my expectation on US30 is still bearish, because that is why I was able to capture a sell at this point, exited here. It was just a short-term frame trade, because I wanted to prepare for gold, which of course I have been able to capitalize on that patience. Grab this sell right here. So now let's interact while we are waiting, because a lot of people blow their account on days like this. Right, were you able to catch the sell on gold, or were you trading some other pay? What pay were you trading considering the NFP? Were you focusing on GBP USD? Let's take a look at GBP USD. Look at that. Nothing really happened there. Nothing really happened there. Nothing really happened there. So yesterday we were looking out for a weak fill after a break of this structure, but of course we did not get that break, so price just continued bullish. So for those that were stocking GBP USD, so of course you did not get the break, so there was no room to even think of picking any trade. So this GU at the moment, and what it's doing currently, trust me, is there is no setup for you to neither buy nor sell. So I always like to see where price is sitting on. If it were to kind of dip into this zone, then of course I would have probably recommend a buy. But for me, on GBP USD, there is nothing interesting here. Nothing. So I'm just gonna be holding tight and waiting to see how this guy closes. Then I will just take the needed opportunity here. Oh, McLister, sorry, missed the goal play. Yeah, the goal played very fast. It's NFP. NFP, these are fundamental release. It comes with volume and it happens fast. You got a gold buy at 1932. Okay, that's good. So 1932, let's see. Are you still in the trade or you have exited? 1932. Ooh. If you are still in the trade, fine. But personally, it's not a trade I would recommend, even though I foresee it pushing higher. So I'm basically looking at a retest of this as one. If you're in a buy, you can look forward to exiting at this level here, a retest of this previous zone, which is 1942. So if your entry is 1932, so that's about 100 pips. So with the volume in place, then price might fill this range. Though today is Friday, but we might see a range fill looking at previous price action. So this is the volume I'm expecting price to fill, or to balance up this volume right here. So but there's something called equal moves. So basically, let me just show you guys how to calculate exactly the expectation. So now if this is the move I'm expecting volume to balance up, so this is it, 216 pips. So what you just do is to 16 pips, you just pick out that. Okay, let's use this. Let's see if we can get that done. All right, so this doesn't work. 216 pips. So basically what you want to do is to measure the same 216 pips from this. All right, so we have that. So you want to see 215 pips, 215. All right, so about that area. So this is the rejection. This is where we are looking for equal moves, and that gives you an idea of your next target. Now, is it a coincidence that that equal move aligns with this level right there? Is it a coincidence? To some, it might look like a coincidence, but to me, I know that the market is it's well structured. The market is well structured. So if you don't know what you're about, then you're always going to be messed up. Look at what I said. I said that the first take profit is this structural retest here, and that's where exactly it pushed to. So congratulations to Legend FX. I want to believe that you took the advice and exited at that position, unless of course you want to hold as a swing, which totally that is up to you. But that this level right here was a better exit point. Now this is the overall. So if I advise anybody to hold, this should be your overall exit, which is the equal move of this previous level. I'm not going to go into detail to explain why I'm looking at this equal move. I'm not going to explain that. That is information reserved for students only. So, but of course, I've been able to show you why there is a high probability that price would hit this level, and we can see without doubt how that level coincide with previous broken structure. And if we take a critical look at that structure, price did break down, but we have not seen a retest of that structure. So it makes more sense that with the current volume, there is no better place to balance the volume than that completion of the equal move, which coincides with this. So for some of us that may wonder, why did price reject here? It is just to balance the volume at this level, at this retest. That is why it is there. So if I had considered that earlier, I would have just put at my FIB and it would give me this level for a sharp and sniper entry. It is as simple as that. But I was more focused on the sell, and that is what I went in for. So I grabbed my share. The rest is left for others who could not capture the first opportunity to take advantage, and we all enjoy. So that is it. So this is we have 15 minutes to go for the next hour candle. So currently US30 is bullish on the 30 minutes time frame. So I think I've enjoyed a lot of this sell, so it's high time I just keep my chart neat here so that we can focus on the next opportunity coming our way today. All right, so now let's go into some technicals. What is my expectation? All right, Legend FX, you are holding half your position. Fine, that is a good management, trade management approach. So you secure 50% and hold the rest, let the runner run. So that at the end of the day, even if it turns bad, you have secured something. You have something to go back and tell the children, yeah, daddy came back with something, or uncle came back with something, right? So, because trust me, these days, our nieces and our cousins won't hear that you came back with some empty hands. So always you have gotta secure the profit. You know the rhymes. We maximize, we redefine our entries to maximize profit. That is the bottom line. Secure the bag. So let's see. Now on US30, what I can see is that, so let me employ my FIB to, all right. Sorry if I don't draw my FIB the regular way, bear with me. At the end of the day, what we need is results. All right, so I've picked my zone of interest. So I want to see price close above this. Then if I have a setup above this, then we should look out for a correction to 35,400. That is what I'm going to be looking out for on US30 in the next 12 minutes. Gold is still pushing. So GU, of course, it's following in the same direction as gold. But like I said, personally, I didn't see a setup that is interesting to me. So I don't just want to trade based on fundamental release. It just doesn't make much sense to me. All right, you are welcome, Legend FX guy. Yeah. So I think today we left US oil behind. Let's see if there was any action over there. No, there wasn't an action in US30 or US oil, sorry. So crude decided to stay flat. So let's just focus on. But I'm also saying something. Technically, if price is back to this supply, then it therefore means that if we have a nice push or a nice drop below this, then we should see price dropped towards 80.55 price level. So let's get it done this way. So this might be something that might interest us to pay attention to see if there is gonna be an opportunity there to catch. So this technically uh, this technical analysis based on supply and demand. So we are having accumulation currently. Price is accumulating. So just as what happened previously, we saw some accumulation, then straight drop. In 2 hours, we did see one, two. That should be about 200 and something pip drop. So so in 2 hours we did see 253 pip drop. That's amazing. So we do. I'm not gonna be targeting that. If I get a break below this structure and a close below it, I want to see a close, a retest, then a nice drop. So still eyeing here. We have 8 minutes to go on this guy. So if it closes this way, I'm just still gonna wait and see how the new 30 minutes is gonna pop up, and that is exactly um, what I'm gonna do, guys. Yeah, remember, like I always say, it's Friday. So it is a beautiful thing to secure this much of a profit on a Friday. And it's also wise to do what? Keep some of the profits by not over trading. Don't over trade. Yep. So, all right. So let's be patient. Of course, it's a waiting game. Yeah. Today we have let's see. We have traded gold. No, I don't have a position on US30 at the moment. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I need to see the setup align before I engage. So I don't enter trade out of emotion, right? So we trades are executed based on certain parameters. So certain parameters has to align before I execute a trade. So in the next 5 minutes, if we got a setup, of course, we're gonna execute on US30. So when I'm about picking a setup, I'm gonna make it known to you as well, Mark Lister. So let's be patient. Let's wait and see what happens in the next 4 minutes. So we only took one trade, which was gold sell, and that was a win. So basically, another trade I'm going to be looking out for is US30, like I said. So imagine we did jump into a buy. Look at what would have happened to us. Right now, it's retracing, and it would have been a mess. So let's see what is going on the 15 minutes time frame. So this is how the 15 minutes looks like. So you got that trend line right there. So this is still like a retest of this area on the 15 minutes. So that's why It is not an area you can just execute without confirmation, because you can execute the buy. Yeah, even though I'm expecting a buy, you can execute and it push, but does it align with my system? No, it does not align with my system. So why should I trade with a setup that does not align with my system? There is no point. I'm not in a hurry. I've taken two positions today. I took this sell, was a win. I've taken gold, this sell was a win. So I don't really have the pressure to, or the need to execute trade that is not in line with my setup. Right. So I'll indulge us to be patient. When the setup comes up, of course, that is when I'm gonna call it out. Because every trade I call out, I take them. The ones I won't take, I'll just let you know, okay, this particular pair, I'm not taking it. So it's left for you to make your decision. Check it out to see if it aligns with your system, then you take it. Right. So yes, it's good to listen and learn, because at the end of the day, when you learn the right way, it helps you to grow, as well as your account will replicate that growth. So if you grow as a trader, based on the information you have gathered over time, the right information, then as you grow, it will rub off on your account as well, and that is where you're going to see the progress. All right. So this game is a waiting game. All right. So that is why we are running the streams. The stream is to help others to get their psychology in perspective and some of their trading aspect in perspective. Just maybe like the trade management, risk management as well. So we have a minute to go. This is on the 15 minutes. So let's go back to 30 minutes. So it still does not align. So I'm not going to pick any trade here. So now back to 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, look at what is happening. That is an engulfing candle. So it is not a setup that interests me. So let me take a look at US oil. US oil. So if I want to be aggressive on US oil, so I would be having a sell stop right below previous this candle. So that would be the entry for a sell. So a sell stop. So that means we might be having 55 pip risks. So these are aggressive, but if you want to be reserved, then you have to wait and see a break of this trend line for price to break and probably close below it on the lower time frame, maybe the 30 minutes. So this is it. Then you can join for the sell. But if you want to be aggressive, so the low of this is your sell stop. You put your sell stop, they know that you are risking about 51 pips, then you embrace the risk. So with that, we are expecting this uh, previous action to take place. Right. So our advice, if you have not made profit already today, there is no point engaging in that. But if you have, then maybe you can risk a portion of your profits. So just being on the safer side. All right, so if you have question, let's drop it on the comment section while waiting out for setups here on US30 and maybe US oil. So US oil, like I said, the aggressive entry is a sell stop below this candle. That candle is coming from the 1 hour time frame. So that is the candle right there. So that serves as an indecision candle, and it also serves as a decisive candle in terms of if the high or the low is taken out. Now you can see that previously the just concluded candle broke its low but could not close below it. So if we are expecting this volume, look at what happened previously. Previously we had a similar candle right here. So if what we are expecting, if this is what we are expecting is going to happen, then we should see a break and close to take it down. So that is why we are playing safe here, right? So, and you can see why I'm taking my time to break down this. So imagine you are taking the sell aggressively or high aggressive. See what would have happened? You would have hit your stop loss. So it's always good to know, understand your setup. Let's check out. Okay, 2 p.m. we're having some release on card. So PMI on card. So this has the potential of affecting the US oil. So let's hang on. In the next 55 minutes, we should be able to see if our sell, the expectation, will come true, or if price is just gonna shoot through the roof and of course continue buying. If it continues buying, we don't have any problem. It does not align with the setup, and it is what it is. You don't have to cry over spill milk. Let me know how many percent have you been up this week, or how many accounts have you blown this week? Because maybe some people have blown their accounts. Right. But if you have blown your account, of course, there's nothing to cry about. Just dust off and come back. Come back strong. Learn from your mistakes and come back strong. Learn what was the thing you did wrong. Did you overtrade? Did you over leverage? Did you trade a pair you do not understand? Just try to understand what you did wrong, and that would be your turning point. Right. When I started trading, I used to trade 5 pace. I was trading gold, USD. Okay, I was not trading USD. I was trading gold, pound Japanese yen, pound USD, USD Japanese yen, and I was also trading GBP AUD. 5 pace, 5 instrument. Right. So as I kept trading, I realized that I was making more money on gold, more money on GBP AUD and GBP USD, but USD Japanese yen was taking the money. All right, so I just had to narrow down step by step, was doing my reviews. Then I realized that okay, fine, what do I really like? what are the kind of behavior I like in a pair? Then I realized that gold was more of the kind of pair that fits into my personality, and that is how I was like, okay, if I'm adding GBP USD to narrowing down to about 3 GBP USD and gold, of course I'm going to take off pound AUD because of the erratic behavior and the all Asian thing, you know. Then that is how come I stumbled on US30, and it was a perfect match. Perfect match. So US30, we have been rolling with USD for the past 2 years or so. US30 gold and GBP USD, then US oil. Right. So you have to come to a point that you need to understand yourself. Then from that, what's my take on Euro USD? So let me take a quick look at that. Yeah, US oil, like I said, US oil is not in our entry position yet, but it's approaching. It's a sell stop, so I'm gonna leave let me leave an alert right there so that if it gets to trigger, then we get to know, okay, find that we are in trade. So I've already set my sell stop, so whatever happens, I don't really pay much attention to it. I've done my analysis. So let's take a look at Euro USD. Euro USD. Pretty much Euro USD from correlation. It's basically gonna go in line with what GBP USD and gold is doing. So Euro USD. Woo. Okay, has so that is it. So Euro USD is pretty much in the bulls. So but let's do a little bit of a breakdown on it. So if I take a look at the left, I want to make reference to what is going on here. So all right, so we can see where price reference to reject at this level. So it was a zone. So now we have this price sitting there. So let's look at the structure. So we have the low, we have the high, the low. So this is a new high. Now we have a previous high here. So let's mark out that previous high. All right. So if I were to be in Euro USD trade, this would have been my first target, like let's say my overall target for today. Now let's look at this structure. Unless you want to go swing, look at this structure. Look at what happened. A nice push to this point. Price rejected at this point without leaving a wick. There was no wick. The next candle, which is a bearish candle, just started selling straight away, and from there the previous low was taken out, so we did see a new low. So if you want to approach it as a day trader, this, if I want to be greedy, this is exactly where I would have exited based on the high. But if I want to be sincere with you, trust me, I would have been out of this trade, reason being that the trade has already hit a supply zone. So this is already a close trade for me, because I did take the trade from a demand zone. So if I wanted to redefine, so this is where I would have redefined, and of course based on what happened on GU, like I explained earlier, this of course wouldn't have qualified for an entry because it did not hit this zone right here. But of course, on the higher time frame, it did hit the zone, and that is the kickoff point. And from there, we are already out of the trade if I wait to trade this. But of course, if you want to swing, so that's where we go back to the 4-hour time frame. And on the 4-hour time frame, I would want to see a bit of a correction before price. I want to see a bit of a correction because of this rejection here. So you want to see a correction before a further push to retest this zone right here. So this would be my perspective on Euro USD. Right. So in the long term, you want to get a long-term perspective. So you want to look at the higher time frame, which is the daily right here. Then with the current situation, if we still see weakness in the USD, then of course price would likely push higher. So this is basically what I would be looking at if I were to trade Euro USD. I hope that helps Royal P. All right, so let's see. We are 1 minute away from the first 15 minutes candle close. So let's step down to the 15 minutes here and see if we are about to get rolling. So please kindly like the live stream. I want to see more likes. As I'm dropping the gems, kindly help by liking. So we have this gap coming in on the 15 minutes. So I think we are going to be, that trade is going to trigger. So if you want to run away, it is high time to run away now. But if you're ready, leave your sell stop intact. And I'm likely very positive that we are going to have that trade trigger. So like I said, when it triggers, you will see, because I have an alert here. Remember, we are risking 51 pips. So of course, use proper risk management, and always remember to kind of cross-check with your system before picking any setup here. So yeah, gold still pushed through. So, but of course, we had a overall target right here, and of course, I already done the explanation to why I'm expecting gold to hit this level as the overall target. But of course, if you have been with me on this stream for some time, you know the drill already, that many a times, even though we have a target, you have to look at a pip difference to always be on the safe side. Yeah, because I remember a series of experience having blown accounts because of waiting for about 2 pips. I've blown account because I've waited for 1 pip. So of course, it's always not a good experience. So that is why I've learned by experience not to always get carried away with these situations. Still waiting on this guy right here. Oh, Royal P, no, I do not only stream during NFP. I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. But when we have major events and I happen to be chance, then of course you're gonna see me, even if it's outside my regular streaming time. Yeah. So I'm a full-time trader. I also have people I teach. I have people I mentor. So that is why I say sometimes we might have a high impact news. Then I'm focused with the students, but I might also have days that I can also make it public. Right. So that is it. So you can always catch up with my sessions on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 12:45 p.m. GMT. So we have not started streaming every day yet, but soon I will start streaming live every day. So till then, the timetable remains Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I also want to believe, Royal, that you have subscribed to the channel. So kindly do that if you have not done that. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your post notification so that whenever I come online, you will be the very first to be notified. All right. All right. So 10 minutes to go on this particular bad boy here. So things are not really getting interesting, and I'm not ready to force trade. Of course, I'll be more than happy to just keep the profit I've made on gold and the profit I made earlier on US30 sell. This particular sell, it was a nice structure. So, but of course, for the sake of you guys, we are still staying hanging around to see if there's going to be a setup for us to probably take advantage of. But remember, we are still having our sell setup here, or sell stop on US oil. So I want to see um, price break and push down. So let's see. Maybe it's also waiting for the next 9 minutes. Who knows? But remember, like I said, we are having the US card PM. Sorry, card PMI coming in the next 38 minutes. So maybe it's also waiting for that. So we're still staying around to see how things turn out. But of course, this guy, I think it should pay off. So let's just now here, let me say this. Some of us, this might be the first time you're going to be trading US oil. Now, one thing you should understand is that depending on your brokerage or broker, you should always test any pair you want to trade on the demo first so that you get to know uh, the margin on that particular instrument with respect to your broker. Then you get to also know the lot size. There are some broker 0.10 is 10 cents on US oil. There are some broker 0.01 is 10 cents. Right. There are some broker one standard lot is 10 cents on US oil. So if you do not appropriate these things properly, you might end up using the wrong lot size, and trust me, you might get burnt because you don't want to run maybe $100 account and you are using 0.10 on US oil and probably it quickly moves 50 pips against you and you're already losing about $50, right? So You don't want to do that. That is just a tip to help somebody out there. I want to see more likes. Kindly hit the like button. Let us see more likes coming in. I feel I've dropped some gems enough for us to benefit from. So let's get more likes. So US oil still not triggered yet. We are not bothered. We are not in a hurry. If you don't have a reliable broker, check the description box. You will see links of my recommended brokers. Make sure to join. You can join XNES. It's one of the best brokers. We have quick withdrawal. If you are in Ghana, there is this mobile money options where you can easily deposit and withdraw your funds. So now there's also a bonus to anyone that sign up with my referral link. After sign up, make sure to hit me up in my Telegram via the DM where you have access to free signals, not just the setup that comes on the live streams. These are setups, for example, like this sell I took on US30. You would have also been opportune to catch this sell by virtue of the fact that you have just signed up with my referral link. That is a bonus. All right, still patiently waiting. So 5 minutes to go. So let's see. But if the setup closes this way, I'm positive that we should get that drop. So let's just see if we can get at least a nice drop as what we had previously. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Please kindly subscribe to the channel if you have not done that already. All right. I feel like dragging the thing down. Right. It's pumping. It's pumping. Let's see. Let's get it. Let's secure this to just end the way in a grand style. All right. Still patiently waiting. So we have 3 minutes to go. Let's see. Let's see. 3 minutes to go, 2 minutes to go. Are we? So US30 is pushing high. Trust me. I'm not going to bother myself on US30. Let me see what US oil can do for me. List today, US30 already paid off. Gold has paid off. So let's see if we can get something from US oil. 2 minutes to go. Whoa. Sometimes it can be very exhausting to wait, but of course, there is nothing you can do than to wait. You have to wait and see money comes to you, then you just grab it. More patience required. Yeah. So sorry guys. For those of us that have reached out regarding to the prop account challenge, I've actually not started it yet. So whenever all things are set, of course, I'll make it known so that you can also get your prop account ready so that we can trade alongside together. Then more so, okay, so that is basically it. That's basically it. So you just get yourself ready. When we are set, then all right. So it's time up. New 30 minutes is up. So let's see. Are we getting that sell? I think we should. We are still here. We're gonna see. So US30. Nah. So now I'm back to the breakdown here. The last 30 minutes candle rejected the highs and closed bearish. Now interesting. Look at the previous candle rejected the lows and closed bullish. The last candle rejected the highs and closed bearish. Interesting calculation. So, but of course, so that is why it was important to focus on the break of this candle right there, which is the last 1 hour candle. So you want to have confirmations. So did I know we are going to have those candle flip? No, I didn't know. But as per experience, also I knew that I cannot jump into an instant execution based on the current setup. I just have to wait for confirmation, and that is why I advised us to wait so that we wouldn't be part of all this drama taking place, all this selling and buying. Nah, we want to see that if it breaks, then there should be a possibility that we are going to continue downward. If it breaks and tricks us and push up, then there's no problem. We waited for our setup and took it, and apparently it was one of that bad trade. We will take it that way, not to just jump in out of emotions and make a loss. It doesn't make sense in that regard. So I hope someone learns this so that it will help you. Maybe if you are trading a small account, it does not really make more sense to wait. But trust me, if you are trading a big account, if you are trading even an account above $10,000, you will understand that it makes sense to wait, because any mistake you do, you gotta get to lose some reasonable amount of money. All right, I think we are about to get triggered. Oh yeah, we are getting there. One, two, three. Yes, we are now in that trade. Like I advised earlier, I told you guys if you were gonna run away from the trade, it was time to run away. So now that we are already in, there is nothing we can do about it. So the risks remain 51 pips. Yeah. So the risk remains 51 pips, and we are targeting for 157. Of course, if it goes in our favor, we will have. So let me look at possible. Uh, so these are possible exits. One, two. So now we are in. We are locked in, and there is nothing we can do at this point than just to wait and see the outcome. So we're still counting on the release by 2, which is 25 minutes from now. The monthly indicator of economic activity that is compiled by the Ivy Business School. So this was previous, actual was 50. Though, okay, so was higher, lower. So this was last month, and last month we did see a strong push on US oil. So if this is gonna be high, then might be. But whatever be the case, we are in the trade. We are in the trade. There is nothing much we can do at this point in time. We trade our setup. We have been patient to wait for it, and here we are. Money management has been applied. Oh, so US30 did push higher. Yeah, like I said, even though it has the possibility of pushing higher, I didn't have a setup, so I couldn't trade without a setup. All right, so goal has finally hit where I expected. So whoever was in goal, trust me, you should not go beyond this. So, all right, so let's pay attention to here. At the point we're in profit. Now we are back to a little bit of a negative. So let's see. All right, so I think All right, so still hanging on there. Still hanging on, man. If you're also in this trade, let me know. If you are in the US oil trade, let me know that you have also joined this bus. All right, Mark Lisa. I wanna believe you have used proper risk management. So we are in it. Let's see how it goes. Ooh, getting a bit testy here. Um, I'll be back, guys. Uh, you have been on the edge of profits. Let's hope that you will not just be at the edge, that you will be in profit. So we are counting on the drop. Yeah, Damson, I see you, bro. What is this guy not doing? Whoa, US oil is not friendly at the moment. Yep. Let's see. Catching on some derived trade. Very soon we'll be doing some live stream on Derive for my Derive subscribers. For those of us that trade Derives, so that we can be cashing in there as well on Saturdays. Massive cash. Some hanging opportunity on V50, 51 is. All right, so let's see. US oil is all right, so we're still in it, man. We're still in it. Whoa. If we went aggressive on US30, we could have made some profit. But it is what it is. You don't want to mess up with positions with that setup. I don't like to engage much with impulse trading. I want to see my setup so that if it's a loss, then you should be able to journal and understand why it was a loss. Not, oh, I lost because I got emotional. No. Still hanging on. All right, so let's see. Yeah. So you have 15 minutes to go for the release. 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes to go, but it's not looking good at all. But of course, this is one of those trades I'm gonna hang on to. I'm gonna hang on to it. I'm sure guys that are already in the trade like Charlie, this trade there is getting my ass hot. No trade should get your ass hot if you applied risk management, right? So it is risk or money management that is going to help you stomach a trade when it goes against you, right? Because you know that, okay, there's always room to come back the next day in case it does not go as expected. Yeah. So the new 15 minutes is up, and trust me, you don't want to see the 15 minutes candle. It might be scary. So this is the new 15 minutes candle looking all scary. Because the last 15 minutes candle closed bullish. It is what it is. Oh, US30 had gotten to our target. It's one of those days where you leave a winning trade and get stuck on a trade that is gonna drain you. Ah. This is when we get to know people that are traders and those that are into comedy, where you always allow your emotions to drag you. So let's see. Still in it, man. Holding on tight. Staying on the M30 to see. Is it gonna be one of those trades that stress us and smash back in our direction? Or is it gonna be one of those trades that, yeah, it's a loss? So actually, like I said, it's part of the profit I made on gold that I risked on this pay, this trade, sorry. So I'm cool, and you should be too. Trust me, if it breaks this previous high, we are not safe, man. The previous candle high, if it's taken out, Carl Russell's stream is buffering. Let me check it out here. Yeah, please kindly check, is it okay now? Is everything working at your end now? Because everything is cool here. Who also is experiencing the buffering? Yeah, Taron, is it still buffering? Because everything looks cool from my end here. So maybe you just have to Maclister says he's pacing the floor. Oh no, you don't gotta pace the floor, right? Now let me tell you why you are pacing the floor. You are pacing the floor because you enter each trade with the psychology that it must be a winning trade. So when things uh, along the line does not go as expected, that is when your heartbeat rises and you begin to pace the floor, right? So you'll be cool. You'll be fine, bro. You'll be fine. So all I would ask, keep joining the live stream. Make sure you use the last time based on the account size you mentioned. Make sure to always maintain 0.01 on your trades. It will amaze you how fast you grow that account with a 0.01 loss size. So imagine you join the live stream and you are able to make 50 pips with 0.01. That is $5, right? So now, if we can replicate that 3 days a week, that is $15 in a week. So if you replicate that in a month, 15 times 4, that is 60 USD in a month. So that means you would have doubled your account, right? And the next month you replicate the same thing. Gradually, trust me, man, you won't believe the account size you are going to be trading with, because now also when the confidence also grows or rises, you'll be able to add money to your account and make decent returns. So don't worry. All right, trades can go against you. It does not mean that that is the end, right? So I was once like that, so it's normal. So we are 8 minutes away from the release and we are seeing some bit of reduction in our negative. So let's see. Let's see. Damson says every market is 50-50. All right, I would want to say that uh, I beg to differ in that regards. Every market is not 50-50. You understand? Because when you say 50-50 means that 50-50 is gambling, because there are 50% chances of winning, 50% chances of losing. That becomes gambling. But trust me, as you keep trading, if you have been following my stream for some time, you realize that there are some setups. I said, okay, this setup, I know this setup, and I go for it, just like the one we are taking now. You understand? It has the probability that it might go wrong. So let's say most of my setup are 70-30, or let's just say okay, let me just take a 70-30, right? So it therefore means that it has a 70% chances of winning but they also have 30% element that there's a probability that the trade might not go in our favor. So that element, that 30% element, is what will shape your mind, so that you do not just fix your mind that this trade must be a winning trade. You get it? So when you remember that there's that element that, yeah, it can go the opposite direction, then it's going to help you in your psychology. So whenever the trade is going against you, you know, okay, maybe this is the 30% element, but that does not mean that I should give up unless it breaks certain structure that you like, okay, because it has broken this structure, then I can just stomach it and maybe close the trade. You understand? So that is it. So anything 50-50 is gambling, but this is not gambling, this is trading. This particular trade we have taken, it took us about roughly 30 minutes before we took the trade, because I had taken my time to break down why I would want to take the trade. You understand? And the trade triggered, and we are still in the trade, right? And I've also said that, okay, if it breaks previous high, then that is where I would kind of give up on the trade, because this is a significant candle considering what price did. Rejected the low, closed bullish, rejected the high, closed bearish. So if it breaks this immediate current rejection, then it means that it's going to close, going to go bullish. So why should I still stay in the trade, unless maybe it's a spike that just spiked through and hit the stop loss? All right. So all trades are carefully broken down, right? So the market is right now really teasing us, really teasing us. So it's testing our patience. So let's see the outcome. So we have 5 minutes to go for the release. Yeah, Damson, I believe my explanation makes sense. So if this candle closes like a rejection this way, then it should give me some confidence that, okay, then we are still on the right path. If, of course, there's not going to be any manipulation. But for whatever be the case, we have defined our stop loss. We have defined where we are looking forward to price to head to. And that is what matters at this point in time. So the rest is for the market to react. So let's start with the chart. Three minutes to go. The market is really dancing, waiting for the news. I think the news is coming with some level of volume. Oof, I need to. Today I didn't prepare my water. Kind of thirsty. Thirsty. 2 minutes to go. I just hope we do not have a spike bullish before the release. But whatever be the case, we are fine. Let's see. Finally, a breath of fresh air. We can't celebrate too early because we are not even in major profits. We just break even. All right, so let's 50. So at 50 pips, so that is at least 1:1 because we are risking 51. So 52 pips. It's right about time for the release. Are we going bullish or are we going bearish? It is here. What? No volume coming in. Ooh, actually slow. So basically this is what we're expecting. Wow, it has made us stay too long on the stream. Let me check out the 1 hour time frame. That will give me a confirmation if I should hold on to that trade. Okay, so the 1 hour time frame looks promising, but the problem here is that since I've not gotten the volume I expected, it means that there's a high probability that you might be very patient on this trade. So with that, I'm going to shut it down because I'm signing out of this live stream. The expected volume is not there, so I'm shutting it down. So secure the little profit you have. I'm signing out, guys. But if you want to hold, fine. The bearish setup is still there, but it has where I expected volume. I expected volume because it's lesser. The PMI, the data is lesser. It should have given us the bearish volume. If it was higher, then I would have expected a push in a bullish direction. But I've not seen any volume coming in. Right. Look at this. I expected a strong drop, at least to maybe the 50 pips. That's why I identified this point, but the bearish short top is there, but the volume is what I'm not seeing. So it is high time because I gotta catch up with other business. So guys, this is where we would be rounding up today. It was a bumpy one because we had to be very patient for um yeah, let's secure some profits. Yep. Yeah, it was a very bumpy one, guys, because we had to be very patient, waiting for the setup, believing in the setup. After the breakdown, then here we are. The expected volume is not in, though the bearish trend or the bearish setup is still intact. I gotta catch up with some other stuff. So I'll see you guys again uh, on Saturday for my weekly analysis. I drop weekly analysis every Saturday, so you gotta catch up with the weekly analysis. Then, oh, McLister, wow, you smashed $20. That's nice, bro. That's nice, bro. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. So Damson, yeah, the setup is still intact. Trust me, the setup is still intact, but just that I don't have the volume that I expected. Right. So if you're going to be patient to hold, fine. But personally, let me officially close mine. All right. So I've just closed mine. So I made yep, about 22 pips, 22 pips. So that is what I was able to catch on that trade. So Maglista is back to the level wall, right? So how do you feel making the 20 bucks after waiting in negative? As one of those experienced guys. So sometimes, like I said, to Nan Damson, yeah, setups are not 50-50 because if we were to look at this as 50-50, the time it went into negative, then I would have shut it down. But of course, since it's not a 50-50 trade, it's um it's a setup we have been trading over time, and I know my setup, so just stick to it. And glad at the end of the day, it has come back in a direction. Just that the needed volume is not there. And today is Friday, guys, so I gotta run. So thank you for your time. Catch you up on Tuesday, on Saturday. Watch out for my weekly analysis. So please subscribe if you have not done that already, and turn on the notification bell so that when I drop my weekly analysis, you will be the very first to be notified. Also, please kindly share the channel with your friends who are traders. Let's grow together, because the more we are joining the streams, the more it encourages me to do more. Then of course, last month I did a giveaway, a prop account giveaway. So I promised that I will be doing more of the giveaway. So by the time we hit 200 subscribers, I'm gonna be doing the next giveaway. So this time around, it might still be the 10K giveaway, or it might be a 20K giveaway. Who knows? So let's see. Let's help me hit that 200 subscriber rank or mark. Then of course I'm gonna celebrate you guys by doing the giveaway. You might be the lucky winner. So thank you very much. You are the real VIP. Remember, we are up for redefining our entries while maximizing our profit. Arius. So look at it, it's still dropping. Peace.